Hi, it's Sarah Taylor. Welcome to my studio. So I'm going to be mixing some colors while I talk to you a little bit about this ColourArte educational event. So this is actually going to be the last one. I definitely wanted to participate in honor of Leslie Onstadt and everything she's done for this art community, the beautiful products she's been supplying artists for so many years, and I'm really happy for her to be able to move on to some other things in her life, like creating. And yeah, it's just been a really incredible journey. And her products have been incredibly unique and integral in my personal art practice. So I love to take these products and sort of try to exploit them for their very unique qualities. Today, I'm going to be working with the Purely Pigments primarily, which is basically a beautiful acrylic ink. So I'm going to show you my colors here first. This is a fleshy pink beigey. I used pink, raw sienna, titanium white. It's mixed with some golden high flow medium and some GAC 800 and water. This still is a little bit of yellow, cadmium yellow. Some quinacridone gold, which I'm running low on, but I'm going to switch to TriArt golden yellow. This is a high flow red iron oxide by Golden, and I mixed in some of this Aztec yellow from Purely Pigments from ColourArte. This is TLP Pretentious. It's a kind of a color shifting pigment. I'm just going to play around with this one a little bit. This is just a really beautiful, rich cobalt blue. It's from a company called Earth Pigments that I really have been enjoying. And then I added in some of this Oriental blue. So I've been playing with these Purely Pigments. They're extremely they're basically like an acrylic ink. They've got a ton of pigment in them. They are really cool. I think this is I'm going to use this video for a ColourArte collaboration. Yeah, this is fluorescent purple, and this is actually the ColourArte Vivid Intense paint, which I also really like. It's more of an acrylic than an ink. This is like a burnt umber mixture. Yeah. This is another of these Vivid Intense colors. This is their Bordeaux, which I think is my favorite. It's basically like Matisse, their Australian Red Violet. It's a very similar pigment. And TriArt has another paint that's also the same pigment as that Matisse Australian Red Violet. And I'll list that below. Can't think of what it's called. It's like it's something burgundy. And then this is some of the Royal Violet mixed with some of the berry wine. This berry wine has a shift to it. You see that green? It's like a green undertone to a purple. Really pretty, really rich pigment. I'm going to be using these in a GAC Magic format today, or you're going to see some bleeding, kind of like what the primary elements do. Charvin Indigo mixed with a little bit of Jenkins Green, one of my favorite combos. It's just gorgeous. This is another one that I spilled earlier when I was playing with these. Really, really dark. This is actually has some of that Charvin Indigo in it, and then I added a little bit of Bone Black from Golden. So I've got kind of an array of colors here. I'm going to be using GAC Magic. I'll put the link to the recipe video below that goes into depth about how and why and where this recipe came from. It's a lot of fun to work with on a canvas that you're not really tilting. You're going to see how this works out. And I'm going to get you onto this 30 by 40 inch canvas here. So what I really love about Purely Pigment is, for one, how highly pigmented it is. And I have a 30 by 40 inch canvas, and I'm just kind of putting down that earthy kind of beigey pink color. So on paintings like this, I like to start with just some really mild earthy tones just to kind of set the stage for the more vibrant colors. This is that kind of burnt umber. And this is just very, I don't know, there's not a huge plan here. And that's how I really like to go into a painting like this. However, I do have a plan when it comes to how I'm going to use the acrylics and the Purely Pigments. I think it was Leslie who displayed how the Purely Pigments react when you use a little bit of alcohol. So between that effect and then mixing these thin acrylics with high flow medium, I'm getting a lot of reactiveness and a lot of movement. You have to make sure the canvas is really level for a technique like this. There's a lot of water here. It's very, very fluid. And I'm just kind of setting down a preliminary concept for the composition. And then that's just straight Purely Pigment. And I'm squirting a little bit of isopropyl 99.9% alcohol. And it really just grabs hold of that pigment and spreads it out. It creates some gorgeous effects. I'm loving playing with these, and I think that this painting was really fun. I sped this up quite a lot. I wanted you to be able to see the full process, and I'll show you the products that she's brought to market have been really exceptional. The primary elements I've loved over the years. They have a really gorgeous bleeding effect, which some people didn't like about them, but I actually found that to be a really positive quality for those pigments if used properly. For the bloom technique, from what I understand, just sandwiching them between some acrylics is a great way to use them. So I'm just going to talk before I let you watch the end and the rest and the dried results. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here. So I've got my GAC Magic recipe in a squirt bottle, which is GAC 800, Golden Fluids Titanium White, a little bit of Decoart White Satin Enamel. And it's a fantastic recipe. I kind of cut in negative space into these paintings, and it grabs hold of the paints surrounding it and creates a really pretty cloudy effect. I'm just getting my level out just to make sure it's not going to move too much. So I hope you enjoy this. I titled this painting Spokes. Kind of reminded me of the spokes of a wheel, kind of the way they move together. And yeah, all right, much love and have a fantastic day. Please do follow all the instructions below. There's going to be a prize involved with this collaboration. So here's your secret code for that contest, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye.